Hey gang, it's Brian from FXBilliards. Today, we're going to talk about speed control. The number one issue that players come to me with is, Brian, my speed control is out of whack. So I'm going to give you about 7 tips today that are going to help you with your speed control, and this is going to be key to you getting better position as you run racks. Now, what are we talking about when we talk about speed control? If you're running a rack, let's say we're playing 9-ball, and we're on this 3 and we need to get on this 4. Stopping the cue ball here, 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 or even here might not help us. We want to get relatively straight so that we can play that 4 in the side and get on the 6. So we draw the cue ball back, we stop right here. Now we can play the 4, the 6, the 7. Everybody can run out from here. Now, maybe not everybody, okay, sorry. But that's what we talk about when we talk about speed control. For some of you, just changing one of these things is going to be life-altering. And I'm not joking. Some of you have one habit that is so nasty that it is causing you your ability to have good speed control at the table. So of the 7 things I talk about, some people will have all 7 problems, but most of you will have 1 or 2 that are going to be eliminated if you pay attention and you work on it and help you with your speed controls. How much of your speed is going to be scrubbed off when you hit a ball? If I have a straight-on shot, well, it's not quite straight, but it's almost totally straight, I can scrub off almost 100% of the cue ball speed. If you have a cut shot and you have to shoot it at an angle, if I'm only going to hit 25% of this ball, how much speed am I going to scrub off the cue ball? Now, some of you analyticals are like, oh, then you got friction and you got this and that. No. Overall, generally speaking, as pool players and not scientists, how much speed is going to be scrubbed off? If I have to hit this at 25% angle to make the shot, only 25% of that speed, if I only hit 25% of that ball, only 25% of that speed is basically being scrubbed off. If I have a 10% cut, only about 10% of the speed is being cut off. Now, these are not exact numbers, but it basically translates this way. Another issue that players tend to have an issue with when they start using English on shots is how much side spin affects the speed of your cue ball. I can roll this down relatively slow and make this 5-ball. If I put right-hand spin on it, the ball has a lot more motion after hitting that rail than the speed would imply. Because the side spin, once it hits that rail, remember these rails are designed to reject the ball. You have to understand that that side spin is causing the cue ball to run around the table. Another reason I find that players tend to overshoot position is a change in table size. People that can play pretty good position on a 9-foot table like this get on a 7-foot table and they start overshooting. Now, why is this? I'm on the 6 ball and I want to get on the 8 in the side. And if I get down on this table and I just roll it in, I can come out here and get nice position on that 8 in the side. Now, if I'm on a 7-foot bar box and I shoot the exact same shot, guess where my cue ball ends up? About 30% further is going to travel when you are on a smaller table if you hit it the same way. So how do you do this? How do you cure this? Your muscle memory is dialed in for the larger table. I have seen one of the best players on earth, Earl Strickland, who, as far as I know, is practicing on a 10-foot table every day, play a match on a 7-foot bar box, and the entire time, and by the way, he won the match, but the entire time, he overran his position. Why? Because he's dialed into this 10-foot table. Now, Earl, being one of the best in the world, he eventually compensated for it, but for the most part, he was overrunning his position. Now, why does this happen? Because I don't look at this ball. I know where it is. I know that I need to hit this at a certain speed to come out here and get here. If I shoot it, though, just like I'm on this table, but I'm on a bar box, this pocket is not here anymore. This pocket is here, so now I've overrun it. So the trick that I use when I get down on a shot like this and I'm on anything other than a 9-foot table is I turn my head at the last moment. I look over here. I might even point just to remind myself where the cue ball needs to land so that when I get down and shoot the shot, I'm prepared for it. Many of you can improve your speed control overnight by doing just one thing. Shorten your bridge. A lot of you have these 12, 13, 14-inch bridges, and it comes from, I believe, watching a lot of the pro players. Well, pro players earned that 14-inch bridge by having a really good stroke. If you are an amateur player and you've got a 14-inch bridge, you are taking two things and making them more difficult. Number one, your ability to accurately hit the cue ball. And number two, your speed control. There might actually be some other things that I'm not thinking about. But your accuracy and your speed control both being compromised, because let's assume you do not have a flawless stroke. Right? Anything you do wrong is magnified over that 14 inches, where if you had an 8-inch bridge, it wouldn't be magnified as much. Also, when you have a shorter bridge, you're going to have more control over how hard and fast you hit this cue ball. But guys say to me, well, Bryan, I need the long bridge for power on my draw shot. Well, what you need is to hit the cue ball lower with good follow through and a good speed, good timing on your stroke, and it doesn't matter. If I got up to this ball, this is a 3-inch bridge, guys, okay? I can draw the ball back with a 3-inch bridge, and guess what? I'm going to have that much more accuracy, maybe twice as much accuracy if I had a 6-inch bridge. So you do not need these super long bridges for power, and most of you have no reason to ever shoot a 6 or 7 foot draw shot. So let yourself be more accurate and have better speed control. One of the things that I hear players complain about a lot is the equipment that they have to play on. Bryan, the equipment I play on, it sucks. It's slow, it's like carpet. The funny thing is, guys that play on those slow carpet wacky cloths complain when they get on any high-end cloth. Now it's too fast all of a sudden. Well, make up your mind, okay? I suggest you learn to play on quality cloth. But in the meantime, don't blame the cloth. You know where you're going to be playing. You play there all the time. Your speed control is off because you've got good cloth at home and then lousy cloth at the bar. Or you've got good cloth in the pool hall and then you go to play your APA match and they have some whacked out tables with bad cloth. Understand that the cloth is going to force you to adjust for your speed control. The cue ball is going to travel further and is going to travel faster because of the cloth. Which brings me to something else you guys probably don't even think about. The temperature of the table. Now this comes up a lot when I'm giving lessons because I got a lot of guys all over the country, all over the world in fact, who have tables in their garage. And I've got guys, it's 5 degrees outside and they're in a garage. If the table is cold, it does not run as fast than if the table is warm. So that is going to affect your speed control. Get on the table you're going to be playing on. Just lag a few balls and you'll have a sense of, is that ball going to come and stop here or is it going to stop there when I roll it at that speed? This falls in the same category as stroke. A lot of people, when they have a critical speed issue, will throw their body into the shot. This is going to affect your accuracy, it's going to affect your speed control, it's going to affect a lot of things. Make sure that when you get down on the shot and you need to send the cue ball down to the rail at the other end, that you're not getting down on the shot and then forcing it forward by moving your body forward, okay? We all have slight movements, involuntary movements when we're hitting the ball. If you're lucky, those movements come after the ball is gone. But if it is happening while you're moving into the shot, then you're going to overhit a lot of your position. So, last but not least, do drills. I'm sorry guys, I know you don't like drills. It's like doing your homework, right? And it exposes you, so it's frustrating. You see us doing these drills, 5 balls, 10 balls, 15 balls. We're shooting them in rotation. We're going up and down the table, shooting lines and L drills and all of this stuff, and you try to shoot 3 of them and you can't get in position. That's okay. It's not a test, all right? Most of us that you're watching on YouTube have thousands and thousands of hours head start on you, okay? Most of you, a lot of you, I know what the demographic of our channel is, a lot of you weren't born when I started shooting pool for the first time. So you got to understand you're not going to be able to do these drills and make them look like we're doing. What you need to do, though, is do the drills. Okay, these drills, which I still do, and I don't like them either, okay, but these drills are going to help you develop the speed control you need to be an elite player. Hit us in the comments, guys. Give us a thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe. And I appreciate you guys watching. Have a great day.